So there's a rumor that came out a little while ago that you might have heard that because right now there's almost no Nintendo games announced for this year. The only games that are like announced to come out at some point are they're remaking Xenoblade Chronicles, Metroid Prime 4, Bayonetta 3, Breath of the Wild sequel, and that's everything from Nintendo that's supposed to come out at some point. I think Xenoblade Chronicles is the only one that's actually dated, but there was a rumor that just came out about a week or two ago that was saying that because this year is it's Mario's 35th anniversary, and in celebration of Mario's 35th anniversary, they're going to be basically remaking almost every 3D Mario game that has come out. The rumor said, it said that Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, the first Super Mario Galaxy, are all supposed to be re-released, as well as like porting over Super Mario 3D World. And then I think it also said that they're also going to release a new Paper Mario game as well.
Okay.
So all of those. So what's your thought on that? Do you think that's like, because a lot of news sources have been saying this. It's not like one like really sketchy place that no one's heard of or something.
And it's just
a lot of sources
reporting. They're just reporting all these games for the Switch, right? Is what you're saying?
Not
or
necessarily.
Like, like they're like rebuilding them.
That's the thing. I don't think it was specified specifically. If I were to guess, I would say Mario 64 would make the most sense remaking since it's the oldest.
Sure. Yeah.
And obviously the 3D World, which came out on Wii U, that's obviously just like a port. They would just re-release it.
And I mean, there's a few of those games, even like Galaxy, which isn't so old that they couldn't just port it over, just HD remaster it instead of rebuilding it.
Yeah, well, I think both Sunshine and Galaxy, they could easily just up the resolution, maybe update a couple textures. Like they did that with like Wind Waker, which came out on GameCube the same generation. I could see them doing that. Just up-resing those two, and then give us a full remake of Super Mario 64, and they could just charge full price for that if they wanted.
That's what I was about to say. I bet you I will go so far as to bet money that is what they're doing exactly. They're gonna remake Super Mario 64 completely, and then they're gonna slowly start doing that with all of their old blockbuster sellers on the N64, stuff like that. And then the GameCube games are all gonna get remade. I really hope so, because the Wind Waker remake was actually really awesome. I beat that in like a week.
It was really good.
It was way better, and from my understanding, they went into the game and they tweaked only a couple things. If Nintendo owns all the data and rights to all of these things, then it's not that hard for them to like update the game a little bit,
For
the
Wind Waker,
3DS Zeldas, they did the same thing.
Actually, they did that with almost every Zelda game, and they haven't really done that with any Mario. So that makes sense for them to start with these games, with like the core Mario games. Slowly remake them, because they did on 3DS. They re-released Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and that was just they didn't change that much. They made the graphics a little better, and they like made a couple things I think like a little more streamlined, right?
Yeah.
They included like the Master's Quest.
It was a lot easier too. That it's like whole sections of gameplay got improved. I was just thinking about this. It's kind of like it's getting a Disney treatment. A Disney movie, when it gets re-released, they redo it. Even back in the day when they just went on to DVD, they took sex out of the sky. They took the boner out of the scene. Like they overhauled that shit. And Nintendo's able to do the exact same thing with all of these games they've kept in a vault for years. They've been waiting for years.
They can George Lucasify them.
When can I release it again? They released Assault. I said this to Ben right after I got my Switch ready. I got the Switch and I was like, oh, how much is internet? And he was like, it's like $20. And I was like, oh man, for like a month? And he goes, no, that's the whole year. I was like, okay. So I get it. And then they give you a Super Nintendo and an original Nintendo. And they give you all these games. And I was like, I would totally pay for a remake on an N64. And now that you mention, oh, they might remake the original Super Mario 64. I would pay $60 for that. Not even the Nintendo DS version. I would pay $60 for a remake of the original Nintendo 64 Mario.
But yeah, it makes sense from a marketing standpoint, right? These games haven't been touched in years. You can't even play Mario 64 on anything. I think they might have had it on Wii U, but still, that's like 6 years. In the last 6 years, you haven't been able to buy it anywhere except for on cartridge, you know? So people would buy the crap out of all of those games. I think it's a great idea. And I would definitely buy it.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Same.
We can wrap this up here. Thank you for watching / listening, everyone, and I hope you have a lovely day. Goodbye.